Good afternoon and welcome to Westminster Abbey, where today we're celebrating the 53 diverse nations that make up the Commonwealth on this Commonwealth Day. This service to celebrate Commonwealth Day is held every year at Westminster Abbey on the second Monday of March. Inside the Abbey, people are beginning to take their seats in the nave. They're being entertained by a string quintet and a children's choir from Hertfordshire who represent 17 countries of the Commonwealth, including Sri Lanka, Pakistan and Ghana, and a memorable day for them. Youth is very much at the heart of the Commonwealth. There'll be young people participating in the service, and later we'll be hearing from some of those who've benefited from Commonwealth youth initiatives. The Abbey has seen more than 1,000 years of history, from coronations, funerals and weddings to more modern ceremonies like today. There'll be performances from Alfie Boe and Clean Bandit, as well as artists and readers from Australia, South Africa and Mauritius, all reflecting the global embrace of the Commonwealth. And every part of this great church will be utilised this afternoon. On the other side of the organ loft in the choir, the boys and men of the Westminster Abbey Choir will be singing 2 anthems. Today's service will be held in the presence of Her Majesty the Queen, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and the Duke of York will also be in attendance, together with the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall. They will all be seated here in the eastern end of the Abbey in front of the high altar. The presence of so many members of the royal family here today reflects the importance of the Commonwealth to Her Majesty and all her family. 2018 was a key year for the Commonwealth. It saw the first Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in the UK for 21 years. CHOGM, as it's known, is the biennial summit for all heads of government, where last year it was announced that the Prince of Wales would become the next head of the Commonwealth. Prince Harry took up his new role as Youth Ambassador to the Commonwealth, and in April the Commonwealth Games were held on the Gold Coast in Australia. Let's look back at a memorable year.
It remains a great pleasure and honour to serve you as head of the Commonwealth.
Your Majesty, Mummy.
No one has worked so hard for so long for their country and our Commonwealth. Ma'am, we all salute you.
Your Majesty, happy birthday.
It is a pleasure this time to welcome you to my own home.
60% of the Commonwealth is under the age of 30. 1.4 billion strong. It is you who are going to change the world.
It now gives me the greatest pleasure to declare the 21st Commonwealth Games open.
It is my sincere wish that the Commonwealth will continue to offer stability for future generations, and will decide that one day the Prince of Wales should carry on the important work started by my father in 1949.
Daily Mail royal commentator and author of the book Queen of the World, which looks at Her Majesty's engagement with the wider world, but particularly with the Commonwealth. Robert, I suppose I should start with a very basic question. What is the purpose of the Commonwealth?
Good afternoon, Fergal. Well, yes, it's a question that's often asked, and I think it's simplest put that the Commonwealth is a network. It's a great connecting group of 53 nations all over the world, every size, every faith, every continent, spanning 2.4 billion people, and all sharing a language and a shared past. And a day like today reminds us of all the things that all those countries have in common.
The last year was a pretty momentous year for the Commonwealth. We've seen, of course, the declaration of a new head of the Commonwealth and many other things besides.
Yes, as that wonderful film just showed us, I mean, the range of things that have gone on just in the last year, really captured by that extraordinary summit last spring at Buckingham Palace, where the Queen welcomed all the nations of the Commonwealth into her home, I think underlining that sort of person, that family aspect to this. It's unlike any other summit on the summit circuit, the Commonwealth. And we also saw there, of course, the Commonwealth Games in Australia, and we saw the way in which all the members of the royal family and all these countries come together in a myriad of ways.
And a sense of real pleasure. I mean, I'm thinking of the very last image we saw of the sparkle in her eyes.
It's often said, actually, that the Queen over the years is never happier than when she's among the Commonwealth, in a Commonwealth nation. And for her, she often talks about it as her family of nations. Today we'll see the royal family, but we'll also see the Queen's other family, if you like. This group of countries, and she knows them better than anyone. She can name their capitals, she can recognise their flags, and she can look around the Abbey today and see all sorts of old friends.
Robert, we'll be hearing a lot more from you later. Now, we'll also be enjoying a wide range of music in today's service. Sonali Shah is in the new gallery.
Good afternoon from an area that is 52 feet up above the floor. It's the habit of performing in front of Her Majesty the Queen and the royal family. Which of those experiences has been the most memorable so far?
I think the one that comes to mind the most is Her Majesty's Diamond Jubilee. When I got the chance to perform on the royal balcony at the Buckingham Palace, it was pretty spectacular.
And they keep inviting you
They
back.
seem to.
And today you are performing Run by Snow Patrol,
Yeah.
which I think is such a haunting piece of music, very moving.
It is.
People cry. Is that what you're trying to achieve today?
Well, I'm hoping so. It's a very powerful song. It's a very emotional song, like you say, but I think it also fills people with a lot of strength and power, which I think is what the Commonwealth is about.
Be one of many performers taking part in the Abbey today. This service, attended by Her Majesty the Queen, is always a highlight of the Commonwealth calendar, but all the more so this year that the association celebrates its 70th anniversary. Robert Hartman, I remember as a young foreign correspondent in Africa, frequently hearing the Commonwealth derided as merely a talking club. Can you point to tangible achievement in the 70 years of its existence?
Well, I think a lot of us will look back to the real heyday of the Commonwealth. Firstly, the 70s, when there was just this sense of democratic reform, particularly in places like Africa, and it was the Commonwealth that was instrumental in leading the way away from the old legacy of empire, particularly in Rhodesia, creating Zimbabwe, and then after that, leading on in the 80s to the dismantling of apartheid. It was the Commonwealth that was the first organisation to talk about sport as a means for bringing apartheid to an end. It was instrumental in all those things. Since then, obviously, it's possibly lost some of that major sort of geopolitical impetus, but it's still really important at a human level, as we see today.
And not afraid to kick out members if they're misbehaving.
No, that is a crucial point. It is a club, and people don't like being kicked out of a club. I mean, South Africa actually resigned before it was pushed out, but over the years, when countries have really stepped over the line, they have been shown the door. And
Gambia,
really
Zimbabwe.
Indeed, Gambia, Zimbabwe, Fiji, Pakistan after a military coup, and just last year there was a very special moment when after many years outside in the Coldensburg, Gambia was readmitted, and there was a ceremony at Opera House in London, and their flag went back up alongside all the others, and it mattered a huge amount. It was a big moment for Gambia, and people do like being part of this club. They don't have to be a member of the Commonwealth. No one is forced to, and yet 53 nations, 52 of whom at one point or another have had Britain running the show, and they have all elected to be here today.
Thank you, Robert. Sonali Shah is now joined by two people who've been heavily involved in the work. 60% of the Commonwealth is under 30, which is why so many of the association's initiatives and projects are focused on ensuring that the next generation express their talents wherever they were born.
Queen's Young Leader, and you are now chair of the Commonwealth Youth Council. How did winning that Queen's Young Leader Award change your life?
It was an amazing experience. I mean, it's bar none to be recognized for the level of work and the impact you've been doing. And then, of course, to meet Her Majesty herself is another phenomenal thing, and to be recognized that you're adding value to the Commonwealth space.
Well, you have to add a lot of value. Your role is to give a voice to 1.2 billion young people. What are the issues that you're hearing about most often?
Well, currently in our global trend, we have issues such as, of course, climate resilience. Climate change is happening, and I mean, as much as we want to think it's not, it is very much here. We have places across our Commonwealth that are disappearing, not just in population but in land mass. So climate change is a critical word for youth unemployment. Every country is facing this particular issue. No government is saying that our young people are fully satisfied. We need to get jobs, we need to innovate. And I think there has to be a direct growth agenda around innovation and entrepreneurship. That's some of the things we're looking at.
When you finish as chair,
Yes.
what will you plan to do? Will you stay working with the Commonwealth?
Once you're a Commonwealth member, always a Commonwealth member. I mean, how can you leave such an amazing family? I mean, great cousins in Britain and other ways. You met so many people that have add value to your life that it will only increase your identity of who you are as a person. So I definitely will be around and adding value.
John, great to meet you. Enjoy the service. Thank you.
Now let's talk about sport, because the athletes are beginning to process through the Abbey. And these will be athletes from the United Kingdom who competed in the 2018 Commonwealth Games. The home nations of the United Kingdom send separate teams: England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. Robert Hardman, I suppose given the age profile of the Commonwealth, so many young people, it's not surprising that sport would be so central to its identity.
That's right, Fergal. Sport has always been a key part of Commonwealth life. It's one of the best known aspects of the Commonwealth. There is a great reminder that actually, for example, the home nations, they compete at Scotland, England, Wales, Northern Ireland. Small Caribbean islands, small Commonwealth islands compete on their own terms. It's an extraordinary event where you might be Usain Bolt or you might be the Cook Islands Lord Bowls team, but you both come together at this event, and it's known as the Friendly Games. It's a huge event, the Commonwealth Games. It's the largest multi-sport event outside the Olympics. The next big box and all of that. It can, and that's an occasion where the Commonwealth did lead the way.
We're now seeing the faith leaders progressing through the Abbey.
The Commonwealth, of course, is a multi-faith organisation, really like no other. It's every major faith, every faith in fact, represented on every continent. And today's event is reflective of that.
Representing the Buddhist community is the Venerable Bahoda Silawimal. The Sikh community is represented by Lord Singh of Wimbledon, Sini. Representing the Shia Muslim community is Maulana Razawi. Orthodox Judaism is represented by the Chief Rabbi Ephraim Mervis.
I'm with environmental campaigner and extreme swimmer Lewis Pugh and didgeridoo musician William Barton. Lewis, you are the first UN patron of...
now and take this action. No one country can solve these issues on their own, but collectively we really can do something about it.
One of those countries, one of those nations, it is Australia, and William, you've flown all the way from Australia to be here today.
I think it's a huge honour, but also a huge honour to sort of bring my culture, my ancestral culture, to this wonderful sacred place here in the UK, and how, I guess, music is a universal language